I've seen so much change at Duquesne University, and the one thing that I can honestly say what I love about working here is that Duquesne is very collaborative. I began assessing the role of melatonin at actually more chronic exposure of melatonin receptors to melatonin. And I've taken that now over the past, I would say, 15 years and really looked at the role of the melatonin receptor and applied it to something called cellular differentiation. Proteins involved in bone differentiation are actually possibly regulating breast cancer metastases. I've been able to move my very foundational research using in vitro approaches to actually running a clinical trial. I have now finished conducting the second clinical trial called the Melatonin Micronutrients Osteopenia Treatment Study, or MOTS for short. And we're also generating some very interesting data looking at a combination of over-the-counter supplements on reversing bone loss in women who are very susceptible to fracture. And we're taking these treatments and applying it to these co-culture model systems in an attempt to understand the mechanisms of how we're able to form bone in the clinical trial. This is stemming from two of the patents that I received in the last 3 years. One of the patents has to do with attempting to develop a novel hormone therapy that women can take to relieve their vasomotor symptoms without increasing their risk of breast cancer. Now what we're doing is we're taking all of these findings in the preclinical model and we moved into studying this in vitro, looking at a number of cell lines, and we're looking to see the efficacy of these hormone therapies on these breast cancer lines, but also to try and figure out what the molecular mechanisms are driving this protection with this hormone therapy. I've had many students that have come in and been very successful in pursuing residencies and also alternate paths after receiving their PharmDs in our program. We just share thoughts, ideas, supplies, students. You can really delve into a problem and answer a question if you have multiple ways of looking at that problem. And that is, in my opinion, probably one of the greatest strengths of this university.